Hi everybody, it's Daphne and you're very welcome back to spend some time with me this evening. Before I start, I just want to say that my heart goes out to the people of London. It really breaks my heart that another tragic event has taken place last night, and you know, the people of Ireland are thinking of you. There's lots of Irish people living in London. I have a niece living there, and a nephew of mine is there at the moment as well on holiday. It's just, I don't know, it is heartbreaking. So I thought that I would just do something very light-hearted and a little bit distracting. It's an Audrey Hepburn inspired look. As you can see, I'm wearing my pearls, and even though my hair is very short, it's pinned up in a similar style to the way that she wore her hair in Breakfast at Tiffany's. So for the sake of speed, I've already done my base, and I will just concentrate on the brows and the eye look, because her signature look was her liner and her brows. So I'm going to get stuck straight in. I'm going to start by putting on my base, which I seem to have left somewhere. No, I have it here. I'm going to put on an eye base, and it is MAC Soft Ochre. So it's literally just I have my mirror here in front of me, it's literally just to give a base to the eye so that everything will kind of adhere. I'm not going to do my brows first, although maybe I should. Actually, you know what, I'm going to just put the eye base on and then do my brows. I have everything here to the side, so if you see me looking, I have my brushes and things here. So I'm just going to brush my brows up, because she had a very much statement brows. They were very strong brows, quite straight as opposed to having an arch. And I'm using, this is an e.l.f. I think it's just called, I can't remember the name of it, but it's a gel that you can use for your brows. And is that the right way up? It's medium brown anyway. You can use it for your brows, but it's also one you can use for liner. So it's just a medium brown, as you can see. It's been well used. So I'm just going to, I'm using a little angled brush. This is not an expensive brush. That's one I bought in Primark or pennies. So I'm going to kind of define the eyes first, define the brows first. And it looks very, I know, well, in the mirror anyway, it looks very stark, but I am going to soften it out somewhat, because even though she had really strong dark brows, I don't think I could carry that off, and it is just an inspired look. So as you can see, I'm just kind of brushing upwards to get that nice fullness, and the same on the other side. The light's not great, and I did film this earlier, but I wasn't happy with it, so I decided I wouldn't post it. I hope this one will be better. Because I'm going to apply false lashes, and I'm not good at doing it, so I wasn't, as I say, I wasn't too happy with the way I had the lashes put on, and just various things. But anyway, I decided, you know what, we'll go again. But the light's not great. I hope that you can see it okay. So now I'm going to put it up a little bit high. I'm just going to brush through. It does seem to be a bit stronger on one side, a bit stronger on this side, so I'm going to try and do what I did with the strong line on the bottom. And my little girl is downstairs, and she's got a friend with her, and they've been to a party, so they're very kind of giddy on sugar. How does that look? Yeah, that's definitely a strong brow. So I'll just brush them through. Now, that's the brow. And I've got my eye base on. I'll list everything anyway. I'm going to learn to link. Promise, promise, promise. Now, for the look, I am going to use a Sonia Kashuk palette, and it is the Eye on Neutral. So that's it there. Is it the right way up? Yes. So it's a lovely, it's got lovely neutrals in it. Now, I have my brushes here. Let me see. Yes, I am going to use my MAC. Oh, it's a 219, and I'm going to put this very, very light, almost white colour on the lid, all over. And it acts kind of as a setting, almost as a setting powder for the, oops, the, sorry, I was interrupted there. I had to pause. Anyway, this is like a setting powder, really, because it's the same, kind of the same colour. Just gives a nice pale base. And Audrey's signature look really was to do with her liner. So now I'm going to go in with this colour here, which is kind of a biscuity colour, and I just need a different brush. And this one is my MAC, I think I can't remember, it's 230 something. It's just a flat shader brush. And if you can hear those little voices in the background, I'm going to go into the crease with this, just to define it. And because she had that lovely wide doe-eyed look, I'm going to bring the shadow out rather than down. Oops, I keep banging my hand on that. I should have a little table in front of me, but I don't. I'm kind of working off the bed, which isn't the best way, but an eye bruise like a peach, so I'm going to have a nice bruise on my hand. So I'm just kind of defining my socket line there. And I was thinking earlier, when I did it earlier, my right socket always seems to define more than my left. And I don't know, it does show actually. You can see that is slightly more, and maybe it's the light, I don't know. Yeah, I'm listening to those little children downstairs and they're having a great time. That might be slightly better. Now, I'm then going to go in with a MAC, 219, it's that one. I find it's kind of a little more tapered crease brush, and I'm going in with this colour here, which is a nice soft grey. And I was watching a couple of tutorials. I'm going to go into this part of my socket line just to define that inner. So you can see there, it just gives a little bit more definition. I'm not great at doing these looks, but typical. Doesn't matter. I'll clean that up. What did I get it off? Sorry, another interruption. My little boy came in. So again, kind of into that inner socket, but not too much into the outer part. Just gives that little bit more definition. And then I'm going to blend it out using just a fluffy brush. This side doesn't look the same. I'll bring it down a little bit more. Sorry, I don't mean to be blocking the... What is on my hand? Because I keep transferring. No, I think that's kind of the same. Now, I'm going to then go in with a little bit of Stila Kitten, because it's a very neutral look. Oops. And I'm going to, if I can open it, my hands are slippy. I'm just very conscious of the fact that they're all outside the door. So I'm going in with my flat brush again. There's Stila Kitten. Just gives a nice pop of lightness onto the lid. And I'll come back in then later with a little on the inner corner. So, that's Stila Kitten. Now, I'm going to actually go back in with my Sonia kashuk and a kind of an angled brush, and I am going to go in with my angled brush and that grey from Sonia kashuk, and I'm going to go into the lash line. Now, I'm not going to go onto my I'm not actually doing the waterline. It's just into the base of my lash, just to give volume and definition. So I'm not actually going onto the waterline. And then I'll go in with my black liquid liner. So I don't know if you can see that that does give a little bit more definition. About 11. Okay, I'm going to speed this up a little bit. She also wore a little bit of, not liner as such, but shading on her bottom lid. So I'm going to use this shade here to go in just very lightly under my, not my bottom lid, under my bottom lashes. Just very, very subtly, just to give that little bit of shadow. I never know whether to look in the mirror or in the viewfinder. It's very subtle. Now, you can see that a little bit. Now, for the liner, I'm using an e.l.f. It's like a felt tip, and it is just called, I think it's called Intense Liner. I have this less than 2 weeks and all the writing is wearing off it. It's very annoying because I won't remember what it's called. Now, Audrey was, as I say, was very well known for her winged liner. So I'm going to start with just the middle of my top lid and just very gently and very carefully draw a line. Now I want to pull it out and up rather than down, because my eye shape would naturally kind of tend to go down. So I'm going to pull it out and then up, so you can see there, and then I can fill in and pull it across, and that will give me, I hope, the look that I want. So you can see it there. And I always find when I'm doing a liner like this, and I don't tend to do it very often because I'm not very good at doing it, but that I get one side almost perfect and the other is not so good. So again, out. You can see I've gone from midway on the lid and out, and I'm going to just fill that in a little bit. Now I will finish it when I, complete it, and maybe pull it out a little bit more. It's not showing up too well on camera after I have applied my lashes. But first of all, I'm going to go in with my Volume de Chanel mascara, which I find is really, really brilliant for giving volume and length. Really defines the lashes, and I only have a sample of it, but it's my favourite mascara. I was at the Chanel counter yesterday and I did ask her, did she have any samples? But unfortunately she didn't. I'd say they're hard to come by. go. And then I will, oops, a bit clumpy there. Oh, I forgot to do my bottom lashes. That would help, wouldn't it? Just a little on the bottom. And apparently, I think I was saying this when I talked about Audrey in my iconic inspiration video. Her makeup artist used to separate her lashes with a pin. And I know I've smudged that now, so yeah, ever so slightly. I can go back in and clean it up. Now, I'm not good at putting on false lashes, and I debated over which ones to use. But I think I'm going to go with the, I think these are the Ardell Demi Wispies. Yes, pretty sure. And I'm just going to concentrate them on the outer corner of my eye, because that's how she had that beautiful sort of wide-eyed, doe-eyed look. So I have these cut, as you can see, and sorry, there they are there. I'm just going to put a little bit of the lash glue on. It's actually a Skido lash glue I'm using. I'm really not good at lashes, so this could be a complete disaster. And I find they stick to everything as soon as you touch them. They're sticking to my fingers now. But I know from past experience you can't put them on until they're tacky. That's still a bit wet. Now, hopefully, no, it's stuck to my finger. I'm just going to have to wait because it's not going to work otherwise. Now, let me see if I can possibly put these on. I don't think there is a particular eye to put them on, so I'm going to go in on my right eye and just sit them there on the outer corner. In fact, I think, how's that? I think it might be a bit too far out. No, it's actually okay, I think. And I'll just put some glue on the other. Some more. I just find this whole process I'm just not good at it. I'm just not good at it, and I get fiddly and things get sticky. And I am just not good at it. Now, let that dry a little bit and see. And as I say, I'm wearing my Audrey pearls. I'm not even going to attempt to show you the back of my hair because there's so many pins in it. Dry. That feels like it's loose. Is it? No, it's actually well set. And it's easier to do this eye than to do the other eye, so this should be fun. And you can see the band, can you? Yeah, I need to just... Are they about the same? And I can go in with more liner. Do they look anything like... Yeah, they're not too bad. Not too bad. I'm going to have to do a little bit of, I think, concealing. If I can find my concealer. No, I think I'm okay. I'll go in with a little bit more liner, just to emphasize the look a little bit more. I'm on 19 minutes. I don't want to be keeping you for ages. Just pull out that line a little bit more, darken it up. I think that's about right. Now for my lips, where's the lid of that? I'm doing a Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk liner. I do need my mirror, the viewfinder is not enough. I'm going to fill in at that. Gives a nice soft pink, and then I'm going to go over that with Charlotte Tilbury lip gloss in Sweet Stiletto. Sorry. I just like the look of that gloss, and that's a regular lip combo that I would use. And I think that is more or less it. So what do you think of that? I'm not sure if my lashes are even. I hope they are. I'm trying to, they look okay in the mirror, but they may not look quite okay in the on camera. So I'm going to just put a little bit more mascara on, just to blend them and to pull them out a little bit more. I think I may have gone in a little bit further with them on this side. Might be a little bit too far out on my eye. I think that is it, except to maybe fix my hair a little into that more kind of, just tidy it up a little bit. And I have lots and lots of little wispy bits. And then of course Audrey had her signature glasses. What do you think? But really that just covers up the eye look. So an Audrey Hepburn inspired eye look. Let me know what you think. It's fun to do. Yeah, and it's quite difficult actually putting on lashes on camera and doing that wing, but it's fun, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you very, very soon again in the next video. So have a great evening, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.